What's up, Gemini? This is going to be a love reading for the first half of July. This is for my Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, and for the cross watchers. If you guys enjoy this video, please don't forget to give me a like, throw me a comment, share it, helps out my channel. If you're new here, I put these out every 2 weeks, so don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell if you want to keep up with me as I do. I offer personal readings. The info is in the description box of the video. There's a wait for a reading with me, so if you want to explore your options, I put links to my affiliates, Mystic Sense and Spiritual Blossom, in the description box as well. They're going to give you access to lots of psychics and readers located all over the world at any given time. If you go through the links, Mystic Sense is going to give you your first 5-minute reading free. Spiritual Blossom will give you an added $10 bonus if you deposit $20. So check them out if you feel called to do so. And otherwise, if you wanted to follow me on TikTok or Instagram, I put the links to those in the description box as well. Now, Gemini, I'm going to do a person on your mind. How do they feel about you? Then how do you feel about them? Then the projected potential outcome for the first half of July. The reason I say potential, for anyone that is new to my channel, I incorporate law of assumption here on my channel. So these readings are just a checking in point on the current version of you, the current version of your specific person, and the connection that you have manifested, you have selected out of infinite that are available right now in this given moment. Creation is finished. All possibilities and potentials exist. You can have anything you want. Your desires are meant for you. If you want to manifest this differently, you absolutely can. Everything on the outside is a reflection of your current state of consciousness. So in order to have change, just requires a shift in your awareness and your consciousness and who you are being, the version of you you're being and the version of the specific person that you're selecting. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, please go do some research into the law of assumption, Neville Goddard, or lots and lots of amazing coaches that are online and material. And I also post about it, and I'll continue to post about it. Okay, guys? All right, so Gemini, the person on Gemini's mind, how are they feeling about Gemini as we move through the first half of July? I mean, I saw a King of Cups, and then I saw an 8 of Wands in the reverse. So they want to break the silence with you, Gemini, because there's a High Priestess in the reverse, but the 8 of Wands was in the reverse. So I feel like this is breaking the silence. If there is a period of no contact or a stop to communication, Temperance card, the Magician card, the Justice card is in the reverse. Patience. So I feel like this is someone you've been connected to for some time, and they are kind of manifesting the situation, Gemini. It is feeling stuck, 2 of Swords. So there could be a no contact or no communication or some slowness or stagnancy here. The Justice card in the reverse. Possible, Gemini, that something kind of needs to be balanced out or made right between you and this person. There's that 8 of Wands in the reverse, guys, and there's that King of Cups. See, I always... The cards are very accurate, and what I channel in the opening usually comes out. Okay, so the King of Cups, they do have a lot of love for you, Gemini. Could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio you're dealing with. This is also you with the Magician card, or Virgo. We've got Libra and Sag. Now, there is love here, but there's also this kind of feeling of stagnancy and indecision, and things have kind of stalled. The Justice card in the reverse. So let's have a look at what's happened here. 2 of Pentacles. So there's been back and forth. Now, for some of you, something needs to be made right because there's been indecision, and it could be around other choices, other options. Okay, like it's been very, very slow. Maybe they feel you've been indecisive, Gemini, or stuck. Or some of you, there's a situation that's been stuck because marriage, divorce, or legal matters could be playing into this. And there's been back and forth. Now, I think they want to come out of that back and forth. I think that they want to certainly, you know, they're manifesting possibly communication, because I saw that High Priestess in the reverse. 6 of Cups. They want to reconcile something with you. So if it's been unfair or out of balance, like someone has been caught up in something else, unable to give everything, there's a nostalgia here, there's a wanting to reconcile issues. If it's not because, you know, someone is stuck in another connection, it could just be that something has happened between the 2 of you that felt unfair, like back and forth or indecision on like moving forward or committing or something like that. The 6 of Cups, this is a person you have a history with. Temperance and 6 of Cups. So you could have known this person a long time. Some of you, that's childhood. But otherwise, for most of you, I think this is like, you know, wanting to reconcile, maybe wanting to heal something. Let's see what that 2 of Pentacles is. The Fool card in the reverse with the 7 of Cups. I feel like there's a history, Gemini, between you and this person where like there was back and forth, but someone wasn't ready to take the leap. And that could be because there was other people, or like a connection in the mix, like marriage, divorce, I said to you, was playing into it. Or there was just this unwillingness to go for it, just feeling unready. Maybe financial matters were at play, or maybe just the timing, something about the timing, right? And confusion and mixed feelings about it. The Seven of Cups, though, guys, for some of you, that is referring to keeping options open, other choices, other options. And maybe that led to a sense of unfairness or hurt. But this is a person wanting to reconcile. It could be the return. Or maybe they're hoping for the return from you. I'll get your side of the street and the oracles. You know, but there's sort of this old energy of confusion still lingering. Maybe they're blind as to where you're at, Gemini, because the blindfold seems to be on. And then the Knight of Wands. So there's a history here of in, out, maybe, and definitely passion. Maybe, you know, when you guys came together, this was more like a fling or non-committal, because there was maybe other choices or options on your end, on their end, on both ends, or there was someone else or something else holding this connection back. But they're still passionate about you, Gemini, with the Knight of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune's in the reverse. So, okay, there might be a sense of destiny or something between the two of you. It could feel like a very destined or fated connection, but also, you know, for things to shift in a positive direction, there definitely needs to be maybe a making something right, Six of Cups, or a reconciliation, or getting past confusion. Maybe they're not sure, Gemini, whether you still have other cups or you're still caught up in something, because the blindfold's on and there's been no communication. So I feel like maybe this person's blind to where you're at. You might be blind to where they're at. Yeah, Five of Swords. There was sort of tension on the way forward, like maybe disagreements on the direction of the connection, and hurt feelings, heartbreak. So you're in separation with this person. What do they want with that Magician card? They want to come unstuck, Gemini. The Hangman is in the reverse. So I feel like this person's trying to manifest a new beginning or communication, or wants to sort of get past this hurt between the two of you. They are missing you. Look, there could have been stress in relation to third-party energy with that Three of Swords, or someone felt very unready to move ahead because, you know, they hadn't healed something to do with a broken heart or exes or something like that, right? Now, guys, I only read their side of the street. For context, I'm going to give you the same thing I give in all the readings because it's important, okay? In the end of the day, I don't really believe in divine timing, and I don't really believe in if it's meant to be, it's meant to be, or if they change and they come back in a certain way, then it's meant to be, okay? Fuck that in a bucket. Sorry for those who don't agree with me. I do my channel differently, and law of assumption, if you look into it, will explain this better, but I'm explaining it to you. This person is not a robot. They have their history, they have their thoughts and feelings, etc. On this timeline, but they are still your mirror, and they are you pushed out, and you are the god of your reality, in every single reality, in every state of consciousness in which there are infinite. And if you want this person to be ready, or you want this history to go away, you can revise it, you can select a new version of them. If there is third-party energy or confusion, or someone is indecisive, you know, or whatever, you can absolutely manifest it differently. There is a version of you and this person that are together now. If you have no contact, you can manifest contact. Please look at Sammy Ingram, Dylan James, Manifesting with Kimberly. Any of them, they will give you the techniques and explain the law in more depth. Anyway, they still are manifesting you, even on this timeline, Gemini. So, you know, again, thought transmission's also real. So if you're sitting here from this place and you're saying they don't want to talk to me, they're not talking to me, they're not reaching out, they have a third party, or they were confused, or they weren't choosing me, well, this is the version that you are kind of locked into. Or you might think in divine timing this will work. Whatever you believe, guys, is going to become your 3D current reality. So your beliefs, your dominant assumptions, that's your reality. So you might be on the divine timing track. Okay, so whatever. Everything exists in the now. So you have it right now if you want it. You just need to shift into the state of a person that has that which you desire. Okay? Anyway, so there's hurt feelings, there's stress. The moon, it could be that at some point some kind of a deception was revealed, and that could be around other energies, You know, if this was non-committal, there could have been other cups, or there could have been a third party around. The moon in the reverse. So there's hurt feelings here around some kind of a revelation that was hidden before, okay? But they want to make an offer. Page of Pentacles, Page of Cups. This could be apologies. For some of you, children are in the mix here, and that could be also a factor why this person was sort of, or they feel that you might be stuck, and there's this hurt around something that happened in your past with this person. However, even on this timeline, they still seem to want to reconcile this. They do feel like it's not sort of over. I mean, the Wheel of Fortune, it's destined, they feel, but something needs to shift for a positive shift, you know? So maybe this stagnancy, being stuck in the past, old hurt and pain is preventing this from moving forward. In some cases, for some of you, you know, you or them, you're still stuck in something, or they're wondering if you're still connected to someone, or they are still kind of stuck connected to someone. You guys, if that's the case, you can manifest away third parties, okay? But anyway, this is what's going on. They still want to come in, make a gesture, make an offer. They're still manifesting you, though it's taking time, and they're still feeling stuck. And there is this sense of maybe unreadiness because of confusion and the past. Let's have a look at you, Gemini. I mean, some of you are going to get like a gesture or something. The Eight of Wands is in the reverse, though it does tell me that maybe there hasn't been communication for a while, or you're not speaking. Maybe they're manifesting that you reach out, but you guys don't need to chase anything or do anything. Literally, you can do everything with thought. So look again at some material. It will explain to you how to do that. How do you feel about them, Gemini? We've got, did I say Pisces energy with the moon? Yeah. And Aquarius with the Fool. How does Gemini... Oh, Eight of Wands. So Gemini, you want to talk to this person. Let's have a look. How does Gemini feel? Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. It's become stagnant, and I just saw the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. You feel like this person's not moving towards you, or it's stuck. Death card, you might feel like, part of you might feel like it's over, but then I just saw Two of Cups. You feel like they're kind of a soul connection. Let's take a look. Page of Swords. How do you feel about them, Gemini? Observation. Maybe even though you're not speaking, there's a watching online or looking at old texts. You both have the Temperance card, Gemini. So yeah, patience, timing, Seven of Wands. Part of you is like, I want to persist towards this. Part of you feels like the timing's not right. Interesting, interesting. Three of Swords in the reverse. You want to get past some heartache or some pain. They've got the Three of Swords in the upright. Death card in the reverse. It feels unfinished. It's unfinished business. Okay, now for some of you, there's unfinished business outside of this situation, and that could be what is feeling like it's stagnant or divine timing and all of that. Again, you both have the Temperance card. There's still you pushed out. So it's a version, if you think, oh, divine timing, this is your reality. So go and shift it. This is literally a checking in point right now. Okay, you can shift your state like that. Okay, we've got the Lovers card. Soul connection, maybe something around choices. So some of you feel either you or this person are needing to choose, like there's another party in the mix, or there's been a situation where you don't feel chosen or they haven't been chosen. Choices, etc. If you're the one that feels like this person didn't choose you, Gemini, then, and that's your energy, by the way, it's duality. The Lovers card, choices, indecision. But if you're the one that feels like you weren't chosen, guys, that in that state of consciousness where you manifested and selected this, and the circumstances were what they were, unfolded the way that they were, there's a subconscious belief there around not being the chosen one, not being enough. Okay? So you don't need to go and heal that forever. You just need to, there's an existing version of you that is chosen, and this person chooses you. So look at some material about that. Or Gemini, you felt unready because you were either still hurting from something else, or you had someone else in the mix. And maybe you also feel like this person is holding on to that pain. I mean, you both kind of have that Three of Swords. So there's mutual heartache between the two of you. If there's separation, you want to come out of separation. Why do we have that Temperance card? The Chariot card, the King of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups. okay, and the King of Cups and the Page of Cups. You both have the Page of Cups, so you both mutually want to make some kind of an emotional offer. King of Cups, Gemini, you do feel like there's love here. You want to move forward. I mean, some of you, the problem is Eight of Cups, King of Pentacles. Some of you are dealing with a situation where someone is in a commitment. I already said that with the Justice card, marriage, divorce, legal matters. And there might be this sense of needing to walk away from that. Again, circumstances don't fucking matter, guys, so you can look into how to shift this. But right now, it might feel like divine timing, okay? Otherwise, you know, you might be feeling a bit like timing. You're waiting for them. You feel like they're not ready, and part of you wants to move on or turn your back, and there's a choice to commit to something else, or you're focused on committing to someone else. But I encourage, for those of you that you're like, this is the one and I'm in love with them, but it feels impossible. Well, it's not. You can absolutely manifest the commitment with this person. You can do it, right? But the Chariot card, some of you are dealing with a person that's at a distance, and that could be a factor. So it's like somewhere between, you know, waiting, or move on. It feels very unfinished. There's unfinished business here. You feel like it's a soul connection. Something here to do with someone needs to choose or decide. Let's see about this Page of Cups. I'm going to get oracles as well. Five of Wands. There's a need maybe to Page of Cups, maybe you both want to make a gesture, an emotional offer. There's been tension or conflict. There's also this feeling maybe of outside energies, having to compete for love, compete for commitment, something like that. Outside factors interfering, but you have passion for this person, Ace of Wands, and you want to reignite the passion. Maybe it was more passion than commitment, right? Because Five of Wands, maybe there was a tension around that, someone not committing. So anyway, like, let me just have a look at what this person wants to come forward with. And guys, it doesn't even matter if it says that this person's not communicating, as an example. If you shift your state of focus, your state of consciousness and your focus, you'll get the communication, right? Oh, look at this, guys. Engagement ring, partnership and union. Okay, so what does this person want with Gemini? Cupid's arrow, love. Love is coming. Have faith. Surprise invitation. Struck by love. Okay, Gemini. Addiction, emotional block, possession and control, obsession and restraint, codependent. Some of you are dealing with a situation where someone's caught up in a codependent type of a connection, like a marriage or something like that. Or there's hurt feelings because there's been a lot of this codependent pattern, like possession and control. Like this Knight of Wands and the Seven of Cups. For those of you that are dealing with a situation where it's not about like outside marriage, etc., like there could have been a not wanting to commit. That could be a bit of this avoidant, you know, anxious avoidant, runner chaser stuff, right? Which are just labels, guys. But it could have led to hurt feelings, right? Someone not being ready, feeling unready, because I did explain, maybe there's old heartbreak, you know, from old relationships or dating, romantic patterns that are like not so healthy, and that's coming down to usually lack of self-love or childhood dynamics. I mean, the Six of Cups also out here says that there's stuff that maybe causes stress in relationships, and that has something to do with childhood usually, and self-concept. And again, you don't have to wait for this person to heal. You just need to look at what is the story reflected back to you. Select version of you that doesn't have the story where you're not chosen, or this person doesn't love you, or this person's an avoidant, or whatever it is. You just need to persist with a new story. Okay. Yeah. Separation, missing you, thinking about you, sadness, uncertain future. So the blindfold's on, okay? Then we have perception, stalking, watching, looking. So Gemini, I did say that. You might feel like this person's watching you. Picture, reminiscing, nostalgia, missing you. And they want to make new memories. That's that Six of Cups. Look, I said the chaser and the runner, guys. And then mirror. Okay, so this is a strong soul connection, and you would be aware of that. And then with the Lovers card. So there's a mirroring thing going on here. Chaser, runner. Fear of abandonment, chasing, codependencies, fear of intimacy, running away. So that was probably the dynamic when you came together with this person. Maybe it's been in and out, or maybe you haven't spoken to them in a while, but they miss you. There's mirror, right? Mirroring each other, introspection, inner wounds. So maybe there's both on this timeline, this divine timing thing, you both need to heal some wounds, etc. But I already explained to you the way you can shift that, okay? We've got engagement ring, higher commitment, partnership and union. So if you want to cut this divine timing shit short, then take my advice and go and have a look a little bit more into the law and do some research around that. Even on this timeline, this person is missing you, they have nostalgia, they want to make new memories, they're watching you, whether they're reaching out or not, they're reminiscing on the past, but there's this old dynamic, right, of running, chasing. So you can shift that dynamic. It's just labels, guys, on one timeline. It's the way that circumstances have played out. So it's not really that relevant. You can shift that dynamic. It's just a version. Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So there's something here that needs to be forgiven and released between the two of you, or you both have past shit that was causing this kind of triggering and running and chasing. Children, some of you, there are children in the mix and exes in the mix, or people that still need to be cut away. Or this could just be the wounded inner child, right? What else? Passion. There is passion, okay? I did get that with the Ace of Wands. There's passion between the two of you. Deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask. Okay, so there could have been a bit of this ego, wearing a mask, not being totally upfront and honest. Knight of Wands, Seven of Cups. There's sort of a need to make that right. But again, Gemini, if you stay anchored into the old story where there's like, something needs to be made right, something was wrong, they did the wrong thing, or you're conversely a person that feels that you didn't, not blaming you, Gemini, but if you were the one that didn't choose, or you ran, or you went with another person, if you believe this person won't forgive you and you're stuck in that, well, that's the story. So you can absolutely, people will come back in and shift and change their minds like nothing happened. I don't care if people give me tons of shit in the comments, tell me I'm crazy, or that it's not right to excuse this and that. Like, seriously, look at some success stories online. Circumstances don't matter and nothing's impossible. What else? Soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. True love. This is the romance of a lifetime. Reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. I rest my case. Okay, Gemini, I hope that resonated for you. And if so, you can give me a like and a comment, please. And I will check in with you in 2 weeks' time. Lots of love.